Hi guys, here with Maya on a very wet Wednesday evening. We're on Sentosa Island at the launch of the new Toyota CHR by Borneo Motors. Now, I'm sure you've seen these cars on the road before, but we want to find out more about the car as sold by Borneo Motors. To do that, we're going to go for a quick test drive with a product expert from Borneo. So why don't you join me? For the two versions?
Okay, so for the base grade, if the current COE now is at 119,988, and then the other one will be 133,988.
Okay, so
Yes.
actually quite a significant difference. Okay, now they both have a 1.2 litre turbo engine.
Yes.
What can you tell us about the horsepower and performance of the car?
Alright, so this 1.2 liter turbo is designed for Europe as well because due to the emissions. So same with us as well. With this low displacement engine, it produces 114 horsepower and 185 Newton meters of torque.
Okay. Now that actually, the horsepower doesn't sound like a lot. Does the car take a long time to get to 100?
Not really. I think it's still acceptable. So 0 to 100 is in 11.1 seconds.
11.1 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, the one that's on sale for a while, unfortunately, is from the parallel imports. Most of them are the 1.8 liter hybrid,
Okay.
and ours is the 1.2 liter turbo.
Right.
Yes, so reason why the parallel imports are doing really well is because the previous year in 2017, they have the maximum CVS rebates of 30k.
Okay.
So based on due to the low CO2. And for us, ours is because we are given a 1.2 liter turbo. Ours is in neutral.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. That means that you're more or less able to price the car at a lower retail price than I guess you can get from the parallel importers. It's not really an apples to apples.
Yeah, it's not really apples to apples comparison. Although one thing is because the VES unfortunately has been changed. So now the hybrid the 1.8 liter hybrid now is either a $10,000 rebate or a neutral. Because it shares the same engine with Prius, it suffers from a bit of a NOx. Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, we haven't been driving very quickly or very far, but like the other car that is built on the new generation architecture platform, the Prius, it's actually very quiet and it rides well, and the body feels rigid. I mean, we haven't gone over many bumps, but it doesn't flex or anything like that. So that's quite promising. It feels slightly elevated as well, so you can see quite well out of the car. And there's a decent amount of steering feel, and the steering is decently quick as well. So it's actually quite a nice car to drive.
So the chief engineer, he's used to be a racing driver. So one of the things that he wants to make sure that everything is easy to reach. So every single switch and button it can easily reach. It's not inconvenient in any way or form.
Okay.
So ergonomically, in terms of the way that the features wise, nothing is compromised for this. Yes. In terms of the handling wise, yes, because it's a racing driver, so he really focused on the design of it. So in his class, it's the stiffest chassis.
Really?
Yes, it's the stiffest chassis in his class, and not only that, that is the reason why they are able to soften the suspension a little bit to make it more comfortable. When they designed the car, they want to really stay true to the concept design.
Okay.
I think when the concept was unveiled back a few years ago, he said, okay, stop, keep the concept design, leave it as it is, to make sure it looks amazing, it looks great, it looks basically has a very strong road presence, rather than to water it down.
Right.
Just for a bit of practicality.
Okay. Well, I guess if their goal was to build a concept car for the road, or a car that looks like a concept car, they essentially succeeded with the CHR. So we've only had a brief drive of the car right now, but if you want to find out more about the launch of the car, the pricing, specs, stuff like that, log on to carbuyer.com.sg, have a look at the car at the Singapore Motor Show, and of course look out for our review of the car when we finally get our hands on one for a comprehensive test drive.